What's happening, folks? It's good to be with you here today. Thank you very much for coming in and viewing this short video and taking some value and coming along on my fantastical journey of being a multidisciplined artist in this world on the internet. And I just feel so blessed and so grateful that you all are here and taking it in. And I'm doing one of my most popular medicines, and it's definitely the little Butterfly Creature Metazen, and showing my little acrylic wet palette right there, and sharing that. And basically just gonna talk about a quote today, which is a Chinese proverb. I love these Chinese proverbs, and it basically means that it's not really connected to anyone specific that is made this quote. And this one is super powerful. It says that the birds of worry and care fly over your head. This you cannot change, but that they build nests in your hair, and this you can prevent. And I explored a quote on the video before this, which was by Arthur Somers Roche, and pretty much I have the same remedy that I was talking a lot about in that quote, but this one is interesting because they use a lot of imagery and poetry. And once again, it says that the birds of worry and care fly over your head. This you cannot change, but that they build nests in your hair, this you can prevent. And I think it's just, don't exaggerate it, don't encourage it, don't use your imagination and your past. Don't see it through the past. Think from, open up your vision and what you see, and let the birds of worry and care just fly over your head. Don't let them nest inside your mindset and your thoughts, and could make it a lot more confusing. And I think that's where I work on a lot, is when to use my imagination and when to let it go, and kind of come back into the way of just being really present, and knowing that worry and concern and care come in because you just have a little space. And I think it's a lot of, you got to practice thinking from and really seeing over the horizon to where you really feel you want to be, and then the universe seems to really work with you. And I think you can also look at it as divine love, or anything that is just being. You didn't have to really force it or do anything to it. It's just being inside you, and that divine love, it will flow through you. And if you let it, and you be real conscious of it, and you be intentional with your thoughts, you can not allow any of those birds of worry to nest inside your hair or inside your mindset. And so it grows big, and you start making up all these things that really are not there. So it's a real good practice to basically get real intentional with your thoughts, and then let the worry rise, and acknowledge it's there, but then let it go. Go back to thinking from, and more what you desire more than what you don't want, right? And if you just escort it out and be real present with it, it won't nest itself inside you, and then start to drain a lot of your real positive thoughts, your creative thoughts, and most of all your purpose, and it shrouds it kind of with lack, limitation, and failure, right? Because if fear festers, it can basically start to expand into things that are not useful for you, and can bring you down, could leave you kind of astray. So best thing is always just be real intentional, and play with those seeds, move them around in your being, and once again, acknowledge those birds that are flying over, but don't let them nest, because it's also the metaphor, I think, of like birds are flying, right? And they're above you, and if they nest too much for too long, and you escort that nesting, you're kind of suppressing the flight, right? And the flight, to me, is what all of us have inside of ourselves, our purpose of being alive, and why we do what we do, and especially in the creative realm, where I live, 98% of the time, right, is basically creating what I desire and what I aspire to be, instead of just thinking about it and worrying about it and letting those worries shroud everything else that I have the possibilities and the excitement and the energy to just be. So yeah, I think it's just a lot of daily practice. And first of all, I think the method for me is acknowledging those birds of worry that are flying over my head, and no, I can't change that, and just let them stream by, and know that they're there to just make me pay attention and be more in a lot more gratitude for what I'm going through. And then just don't let them nest. Don't encourage those fear thoughts to get bigger and add your imaginative sauce to it, so it becomes something that will never happen, and then it becomes kind of stress and affects your whole being. So definitely do not let the birds nest in your mindset of worry. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.